Welcome to the All-in-One channel. I'm Kelley Rosano, and this is Libra, July 2012. Libra, we start off the month with the Sun in Cancer, and this activates the area of your life that has to do with your reputation in the world, your career in the world, your individuality in the world. It is the area of your life that has to do with your destiny. So this is a very powerful time for you. And on July 3rd, Mars goes into Libra. Now, Mars in Libra is going to be giving you a lot of energy, a lot of get up and go, a lot of can-do spirit, take charge spirit. It's in your sign, and it's a relief from being in Virgo for the last 8 months, which was behind the scenes and limitation and frustration. So you will be feeling better with Mars in your sign. Perhaps having more energy, more drive in life, more focus. So this is good for Libra, having Mars in your own sign. Now, the Capricorn full moon is also on the 3rd of July. And this takes place in the area of your life that has to do with your personal foundation, where you live, the property you own, the people you live with. So we're having the full moon, and at the same time, the full moon is conjunct Pluto, powerful Pluto. And, you know, so this is activating the area of your life of the property you own, where you live, and what you're doing in the world. It's very intense now. The first 3 weeks of July, the last week of June are going to be maybe the most intense time of this year. And those Libras that have planets, points, and houses from 5 degrees to 12 degrees will be feeling this energy greatly. So your Libra and Aries, your Cancer and Capricorn planets, points, and placements, houses, will be feeling this energy the most. We are at the crest of a evolutionary tidal wave that's been building for years. On June 24th was the first of the 7 exact squares between Pluto and Uranus. And then the Sun went into Cancer, your house of destiny, opposing Pluto in your home life and the property you own, squaring Uranus in your 7th house, or the area of your life that has to do with marriage and partnerships. So you're really looking at everything now, Libra. You're looking at your relationships, you're looking at your marriage, you're looking at your business partnerships, you're looking at where you live, you're looking at the property you own, you're looking at the business you own or where you work. This is a very intense cycle. So the cosmic message is everything must change. Everything must evolve or dissolve. What is not built on love and truth is dissolving. And so it's about making real changes. Are you ready to make real changes? Do you trust yourself? Do you trust your inner being, your inner knowing, your gut instinct? Uranus is pushing us to drive for freedom and innovation and reform, propelling us out of the cultural conditioning to make a giant leap into the future. Pluto shows us what's been hidden or denied, forcing us to face our shadow side and own our power. Pluto teaches us how to get power, how we use power, and how we give our power away. So we all have a shadow side. It's part of being a human being. Until we take our ascension, we all have a shadow. So it's not about dismissing the shadow, it's about embracing the shadow. Okay? And, you know, it's about looking at how you use power. Now, the world doesn't give us power. The world doesn't give us self-esteem. The world doesn't give us self-worth. We have to claim it. We have to claim our authority. We have to claim our power. We have to claim our self-worth. And you're really being pushed now, Libra. You're being pushed from every direction. You're being pushed internally. You're being pushed externally. You're being pushed at home. You're being pushed on the job. You're being pushed in all your relationships, including the most significant relationship you will ever have, and that's with yourself. Your selfhood. Because your selfhood is the God stuff of you. It's your soul and higher self, your inner being. And without a strong relationship to your inner being, you can depend too much on the externals and get lost in the illusions. And what's not built on truth will dissolve. Okay? So this is really affecting you in your relationships, where you live, how you show up in the world, how you own your power, or how you give your power away. Libra, are you giving your power away to others? That's not going to work for you now. It's not going to work, because Pluto and Uranus are in cardinal signs, and the cardinal signs are feeling this the most. The Libra, the Aries, the Cancer, the Capricorn. Anyone with planets from 5 to 12 degrees are in this cardinal cross now, in this cardinal square, which becomes a cross when Pluto activates it, which he will on the 19th. I'll talk about that in a minute. But right now, it's really activating where you live. Do you need to move? Do you need to move out? Do you need to move on? Are you happy in your marriage? And I don't mean just saying, oh, we're happy because we, have some security, but you're really just siblings. You're not lovers. You're not in love with each other. You really need to look at that, because those are needs. Libra, you rule marriage. You rule relationship. You're supposed to be with your soulmate. You're supposed to have not only security, but passion in your relationships, okay? Being married to someone who's like a sister or a brother is not true love, okay? That's something else. So, you got to do what's right for you. And I'm not saying go in and blow things up. I'm just saying look at, what you're doing, and, is it meeting your needs? Is it authentic? Is it truth? Is it real love? And is it love based on soulmate? Is it love based on passion? Is it love based on, attraction? So it's something to think about. And is your partner pulling their weight? Are you doing all the giving, they're doing all the taking? That's not a soulmate. That's a karmic relationship. And, if you're in a karmic relationship, these energies are going to be pushing you and pushing you to change it in some way. And again, you are the authority of your life. You have the power. Own it, claim it, do what's right for you. You deserve to be happy on every level, okay? And so July is going to be really intense. So, take a look at where you need to make changes. And, be aware. You don't have to go in and just change everything overnight. You can make small changes, small steps, but claim your authority and be honest with yourself. These energies are asking for emotional integrity, emotional honesty. Be honest with yourself. What's really going on with you? Historically, Pluto and Uranus greatly accelerate social and technological advancements. Uranus is going retrograde July 13th through December 13th, forcing us to look at what's been keeping us enslaved. And this is happening in the area of your life that has to do with marriage and partnership, business partnership, relationships. So where do you need more freedom? Uranus is going to be pushing you to have more freedom in your relationships. Now, Mercury the messenger turns retrograde at 13 degrees Leo from July 14th through August 8th, helping us discern, are we living from our ego, fear, or are we living from our heart, essence, love? We can either come from love or fear. Uranus is the higher octave of Mercury. Mercury rules the lower mind, our attitude, our intellect, our perception. Uranus rules the higher mind, our genius, our breakthroughs. It's a good time to double check facts and make revisions and reconsiderations. Take your time when making important decisions. This is not the time to sign a contract. Now, if you're selling something, go ahead. Business has to go on. But if you're buying something, it's best to wait till after August 8th. Or if you're getting married, it's best to wait till after August 8th. Because Mercury retrograde means redo. So whatever we do during a retrograde, we redo later. Now, Mercury is retrograding in Leo, and Leo is a positive energy for Libra because the air feeds the fire and the fire feeds the air. So whenever planets are in Leo, they empower you, they energize you. And Mercury is in Leo, activating the area of your life that has to do with your hopes, wishes, and dreams, your goals in life, your friends, the love you receive from others, networking, the money from your business you own, the money from the place that you work for. And so Mercury is in this area of your life, having you rethink your goals, rethink your friends, rethink, who's a good friend, maybe, where are you giving too much away? Because I think that's part of what the Uranus-Pluto is trying to unveil for the Libras is, how are you guys, enabling others? How are you guys carrying others? Are you allowing others to learn their own lessons, including partners? Are you allowing others to become their own champion, or are you carrying others? So, and that includes friends. So it has to be a win-win. It has to be a figure-8 flow. I give, you give. I give, you give. I give, you receive. You give, I receive. That's how it works. That's how the universe works. The universe works in a figure-8 flow. Karmic relationships work in a one-way flow, where you give, but you don't receive back. And you are here to receive, Libra. We are riding the waves of evolutionary change. These are tidal waves of changes. And the Cancer new moon on July 19th now has Mars at 8 degrees Libra, opposing Uranus, squaring Pluto. Now we have a T-square in your personal houses. How you show up in the world, how you do marriage and partnership, how you do relationship, all squaring into the foundation of your life. What changes need to be made in the home? What changes need to be made in your relationships? What changes do you need to make? Mars and Pluto are passion and willpower. Mars is our personal desire. Pluto is divine will. And Mars opposed Uranus is drive for freedom. Okay, so you're going to be feeling this drive for more freedom in your life, more freedom in your personal life, more freedom in your relationships, more freedom in your work, more freedom in your home. But we also want to watch for rashness, impulsiveness, and tolerance. Okay? And Mars square Pluto is good for reform, but it's also ruthlessness, domination, and violence. And violence isn't just physical. Violence includes language. Violence is anything that causes separation. What we think and say can wound or heal. We can use our language, our words, our intention to either heal and empower and strengthen others, that's coming from love, or to wound others, to hurt others, to disempower others. And that's using our language and intentions coming from fear. Now, Saturn is also in your sign, Libra, and Saturn is direct. And you will be feeling a great relief when Saturn goes into Scorpio. Because God bless you, Libras. Not only do you have the Pluto-Uranus, you've had Saturn in Libra for the past 2.5 years. And you guys have not had a break. It's been so intense for Libras. There's been so much responsibility on you, change, and, so you guys really deserve a break. You do. And now Saturn's moving forward and flying forward into Scorpio. And when Saturn steps into Scorpio, that's when you'll feel the relief. And that's October 5th. And Saturn's flying forward now, so Saturn is getting out of your way. And that's good news for you. No more retrograde, no more hanging around. Saturn's flying forward. And Saturn is actually squaring this new moon in Cancer on July 19th. Now, this is your new moon in the 10th house of destiny, career, what you're doing in the world. Now, this is an important new moon, but it's so intense because at the same time, Mars is opposing Uranus squaring Pluto at the new moon. And so, yes, you're having your career new moon, which is good because you always keep your career going. You always keep things moving. But it's also, with this Pluto-Uranus activating cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, making people that are not balanced crazy. Okay, so you got to be aware. So what Saturn is saying, and people act out violently, and they act out violently, and they act out violently in their language. So be aware, set boundaries, okay? You don't deserve other people's negativity. You do not deserve it. You are not here to be walked on by other people. And so be aware of that. Just set your boundaries. Now Saturn is squaring the new moon because Saturn is calling us to make changes through peaceful means, practicing nonviolence, being mindful of our thoughts, words, and deeds. You know, we love trines and sextiles, but, you know, sometimes squares are very helpful because they call us to action. And Saturn is calling us to be nonviolent and be peaceful in our actions. And this Cancer new moon is also saying, take care of your inner needs, Libra. What do you need to feel safe, secure, and balanced? We act out in negative ways through ignorance and exhaustion. Many folks are deeply asleep at this time. They are unaware of the enormous changes taking place. Prime Creator is using the new moon, the full moon, the Venus eclipse, the sun, even the Pluto-Uranus to pour cosmic divine love light, goddess energy into us. It's a cleansing fire. It's pulling us through the eye of the needle. What isn't love, what isn't truth, is dissolving. And as a result, those that are unaware are acting out in some bizarre ways, crazy ways. They're acting out in negative ways. And so be aware, take care of yourself, set boundaries, and practice boundaries and compassion. Retaliation only fuels the negative and creates more negativity. And now with Mars and Libra, you may not be in the mood for putting up with anybody's baloney. You may not be in the mood to put up with other people's, you know, negativity. And I think that's a good thing. But you don't want to react to them. You don't want to jump in there with them. It takes two to have a fight. If someone is trying to stir something up with you, don't feed the beast. Just ignore them, okay? It takes two to have the fight. If you don't get in there with them, then they go home and fight with themselves. And that's who the fight's really with anyway, right? Because when someone's projecting that kind of negativity at us, it's really about them. It has nothing to do with us. So let them go and do that with themselves. That way you keep your space safe and balanced, and you stay in the positive energy, because retaliation only fuels the negative and creates more negativity. Now the good news is, on July 21st, an enthusiastic Jupiter-Uranus sextile bubbles with brightness and ignites original perspectives. Now Jupiter's in Gemini, and that's a sister sign to you. And Uranus and Jupiter are sextiling. So there could be some new insight that comes in here that empowers you with your relationships. Maybe there's an opportunity for you to travel at the end of July, you know, to go get away with your partner, you know, take a trip with your partner, you know, get away from it all and get a fresh perspective on things. Venus is also in the area of long-distance travel, and Venus is your ruler. Venus rules Libra, and Venus is direct now, and she's flying forward in the area of higher education, long-distance travel, your beliefs. So she's helping you keep the focus on your future vision. Keep the focus on the positive. Venus and Jupiter in an area of your life that's very positive, very expansive. Expansion of consciousness, expansion of your spirituality, expansion of your beliefs, expansion of your networking all over the planet, expansion of what you're doing on the internet, expansion of your business, expansion of your ideas. And then the sun goes into Leo, expressive Leo, which harmonizes with Libra. Fire feeds the air feeds the fire. On July 22nd, encouraging playfulness and creative self-expression. And Leo rules the part of your life that has to do with your hopes, wishes, and dreams, the money you receive from your business or the company you work for, your goals in life, your friends. So you may find that your friends are really helpful at this time, that those you're networking with, those that are seeing, you know, things the way you see things, can empower and strengthen you. So you can look to your friends, you can look to your spirituality for the way out from this intense Mars-Uranus-Pluto square. July is going to be an intense month, Libra. We are being pulled into the future. Let go of what no longer serves you. Every adversity, every setback, every challenge, every handicap carries with it the seed of an equivalent or greater benefit. Look for the value and benefits in your life. Focus on what you can do, release what you have no control over, and that includes what other people say or do. Your responsibility is your ability to respond, and you're only responsible for that which you have control over. Be proactive. Remain positive. Your future is very bright. Thank you for watching, Libra. Thank you for liking and sharing my videos. Thank you for subscribing. You totally rock. Thank you for your letters, your comments, and your feedback. You know, when you feedback on YouTube, it also gives others the opportunity to feedback with you. And this builds community. And we have a large community here of very knowledgeable people that have wisdom and life experience and much to share. Remember, we're all in this together. All are one. Thank you to all my clients. You're awesome. If you would like to work with me and have me take a detailed look at your astrology, your personal transits, what's going on with you personally, or you're interested in coaching, the link is below. You just click on the link. It takes you to my PayPal page. You choose the length of the session that you want. Once I see you've made that commitment, I send you my schedule. You choose the day and the time that you want, and then we're off and running, rocking and rolling. So until next time, Libra, keep looking up.